cool looking.
For communications from the crew, we should be out of the blackout period less than a minute from now.
Get out of here, NASA chat. That is really fucking cool looking. Crazy to think that there are humans inside of that. There's like some numbers here that my big fucking head is blocking. If the Artemis II mission went around the moon, are we putting FOIA requests for the pictures of the dark side?
We are now processing data from Integrity.
Okay, bye. Damn, look at all these men at work. I can't wait for Google to put only women on the image.
Support officer reports the small boats are en route to the splashdown.
There's a woman down here in the corner.
Zone.
They're all baldlets. Baldlets do love space. Disobey, thank you. Israel has helped us secure our border. In what way? This makes you want to play Kerbal Space Program. I like how everything's up on this big fucking screen. That's pretty cool looking. Lupus Breeze, thank you. It seems Stream Elements lost your tip back during the Gnome scandal article. Busy at work, so you couldn't say anything. Also, IT is screwed right now. Did it lose your tip, or did I just not see it? Because I can't physically read everything, unfortunately.
Still waiting to establish voice communication.
Integrity, Houston, comm check, post blackout.
What happened to this camera?
Houston, Integrity, we have you loud and clear.
Woo!
Your trajectory is nominal, and your recovery teams have visual.
Nice.
Guidance looks good.
No action for the enabled internal camera control.
Oh, there's a woman here too. I didn't notice that. Two women.
Cheers from the viewing room here in Mission Control as voice communication reestablished with Commander Reed.
We got them back safely, and now we're getting epilepsy flashed.
World, Integrity is 5.5 minutes away from coming home.
Don't look. Don't look if you have the epileptic seizures.
Passing 100,000 feet now.
Seizure maxing. Damn, what the fuck kind of camera is this?
Nautical miles.
Ooh, it's wiggling. Get wiggled, idiots. Why is my ceiling upside down? I'm really surprised that they didn't put an epilepsy warning for this, actually.
Integrity, impact to the camera controller fail is no cab 1 views of the chutes.
Oh, it's so fast. It's so fast. That's nuts.
Integrity.
We're processing good data through the GPS system. A good view of Integrity. Time to splash down 4.5 minutes.
Kirsche shaking like she's on the re-entry aircraft. Look, man.
And a view of Integrity from
Thank
the
you,
WB-57.
Ollie Wally.
We're at 50,000 feet.
I'm just giving you the real experience, all right? Okay? Strange rock-shaped object.
The pyros are armed for forward bay covered jettison.
We have canopy inflation. What the heck? What the heck? Moose Nugget. Oh, look! The parachutes deployed!
For a series of parachutes. And we're on drogues.
What is a drogue?
And Houston, we're visual 2 drogues out the window.
Clouds!
2 good drogue chutes. Next up.
We copy, we see them.
Next up, the deployment of pilot parachutes that will pull the main chutes out. Time to splash down 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
They went through the clouds and now they're in the Middle East. God damn, they are flying! Yeah.
Perfect descent rate according to flight dynamics.
Good rate on 2 drogues.
Man, imagine if we
What's the
had,
same
like,
board?
commercialized space flights already, where just, like, average people could go into outer space like you can on airplanes. Why can't that be where we are in the future, man?
Passing through 10,000 feet. Still on drogues.
What is a drogue? We would have by now if a certain continent got its shit together. You know, if only we would stop babysitting everyone else, maybe we could.
Main chute
Woo!
deploy.
Hey, those aren't opening up very well. Like, that one's just wiggling like it's
5,000
fucking a flaccid dick. Oh, there we go. Now it's opening.
Search and recovery beacon has been activated on integrity.
Now they're on Jupiter!
And we have 3 good main
Hands out
chutes.
the window.
It just
Good
takes a
3
little
main
time.
Chutes, good reefing, good descent rate.
Yeah, good reefer. Reefer madness. Anya. Most Nugget, thank you. It would be wicked funny if the team retrieving the capsule had Planet of the Apes costumes. For context, this is a movie reference. I know Planet of the Apes is a movie, but I've never seen it.
Cabin pressure indicates no need for hydrazine checks.
Is that good? I don't know what a hydrazine is. Abram Harker, thank you for the 4 months.
Descent for integrity. Its crew sounding hale and hearty on board.
Yeah!
Time
They're
to splash down,
glowing!
1 minute, 15 seconds.
Matthew Tyler G, thank you. I'm just full of hiccups. I am. The pterodactyl really wants out today, man.
Integrity about to complete a journey spanning 694,481 miles from its launch from the Kennedy Space Center back
That's a
on
lot of
April 1st,
miles.
and a trip around the moon.
Wolf and Wings, thank you for the 1. We're headed back to the moon. What a time to be alive. Hell yeah. Anthony, thank you. The chute is a grower. I got pretty big. It's all shroom, though. And for creatine, thank you. The Artemis IV mission in 2028 is the one you're most excited for. The astronauts will spend a week on the moon, and if it goes well, Artemis V will be the one... What the fuck is that? What the fuck was that? What did they just pass? It was like a weird little, like, fucking stealth jet.
Passing through 1,000 feet.
Ooh, it's on fire! Do you see that? Do you see little fucking sparks? That's nuts. Huh. Artemis V will be the one to establish a permanent moon base. I want to go to moon base! Windstalker, thank you for the 7 months. Speaking of Planet of the Apes, did I hear about the giant and bloody chimp civil war? I don't think so. I don't recognize it. It was a cloud. It was a weird-shaped cloud. It should have turned into a square-shaped cloud. Master Prick, thank you for the gift, member. Thank you. Avanticure Canty.
Integrity splashdown, sending post-landing command now.
Thank you.
Splashdown
Hypnotized by the Foxu jiggles.
Splashdown,
They have splashed.
Splashdown confirmed at 7:07 p.m. Central Time, 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time.
They did it. They're back.
Pages of Jules Verne to a modern-day mission to the moon. A new chapter of the exploration of our celestial neighbor is complete. Integrity's astronauts back on Earth.
Yay. I would ask if I could keep one of the parachutes as, like, a memoir.
And the landing and support officer reports the vehicle is stable 1. We still will be deploying the crew module uprighting system to maintain that orientation. A perfect bullseye splashdown for Integrity and its 4 astronauts.
I can't tell if that's, like, damage on the outside of the craft or if that's just what it's supposed to look like. I mean, I'm sure there's some damage from, like, what the fuck is happening? from coming through the atmosphere. Pneumonia! Oh, I love dicks.
Oh my god. I'm loving this.
The unofficial splashdown time 7:07 and 47 seconds p.m. Central Time. We'll get that refined for you.
Refined.
That would put the end of the mission at a mission elapsed time of 9 days, 1 hour,
Damn.
31 minutes, 35 seconds.
Kind of crazy. UNSC Saratoga, thank you. Freak all the people in the other countries demanding we plant a humanity flag because they think they're entitled to American achievements. The moon is American and it will stay that way. Fuck yeah, brother! We're gonna plant the stars and stripes, not a humanity flag. This is our moon.
In the Pacific, southwest of San Diego, at 7:07 and 47
Re-entry burns
seconds
off the
PM.
ablative shielding on the outside of the capsule. Looks a little damaged, but is expected intentional damage. I knew that they had, like, special shielding that was meant to, like, prevent them from becoming ashes upon re-entering the atmosphere. I didn't know it was meant to break up. That makes sense that we see damage then. Moon for the 51st state.
Established.
A journey. We are stable 1, 4 green crew members.
I wonder how much, like, rehabilitation you'd need after spending 9 days in basically, you know, no atmosphere. Right, like, are you gonna have some help, like, walking again in the gravity?
In great condition. That's what that means. So stable 1, upright, the crew module uprighting system.
This guy's just fucking chilling. Look at him.
Inflated,
He's like, yeah, buddy.
To maintain the upright configuration for the vehicle. This was a textbook entry and a textbook.
Your uncle was one of the original designers of those plates? That's pretty fucking cool.
Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen back on Earth after a journey around the moon.
10 days isn't much. I mean, I have no idea what it's like to be any days in zero gravity, you know? After 9 days, you don't need a ton of help, but they're probably also exhausted to shit. I can only imagine. Way less rehab than a long stay at the ISS. Oh yeah, absolutely. Try 10 days under the sea. There's a hotel that's like underwater, and I think that would be fun to stay at. You hope the astronauts enjoyed their vacation from Earth. It's a working vacation.
We continue to monitor the functioning of the CMOOS system. The airbags are being inflated to maintain a stable 1 or upright configuration. And there's a good view from one of the naval helicopters hovering overhead.
After a long excursion in space, astronauts are a bit taller. It's not permanent though. Huh.
Excellent shape.
That's kind of weird. Says, the woman who made a video hoping Iran would find the downed service member and hold him hostage as leverage against the US has been identified. That's a little fucking crazy thing to say. Why would you hope that a guy in our military gets taken as a hostage? Like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? She got the crazy eyes, though.
When you're at war with somebody, guess what that other country does? Exactly what they've been doing through history all this time, right?
What?
You take them hostage and you use them for leverage. So guess what Iran did? They put a bounty out on his head, and whoever finds him gets a great award. I can't wait. Hopefully it's like money or jewels. I hope the person who finds him is very poor and ends up being very wealthy, and I hope Iran holds their promise.
Why? Why would you hope for that? Like, you shouldn't want Americans to be taken hostage because you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen when they get taken hostage. Like, what the fuck? Is she stupid? The answer is no, she's malicious. These people should not be given the benefit of the doubt of being merely stupid. They are very malicious and actively want you dead. Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger's approval rating stands at 47% 2 months into the Democrats' term, with 46% of voters disapproving in a post-Schar school poll. Her current ratings reflect sharp polarization among Virginia voters. And this guy said, Theo Wald, name is familiar, but I don't remember who he is. Abigail Spanberger foreshadows how Democrats plan to run in 2028. They will campaign as moderates who just want to work across the aisle and make your life affordable. If they get power, they will immediately move to open the border, raise your taxes, take away your guns, and crash the ability of Republicans to win another election. This is exactly what is happening and what is going to continue to happen, as well as with the help of Democrats disguised as Republicans. which is why we are at such a volatile point right now. And it's honestly very worrisome. So they will blatantly lie? Yeah, that's exactly what I said earlier, unfortunately. Don't they always do that when they aren't in power? It's getting to the point where it's like worse lying than previously thought. That's what demons do, true and fucking real.
Demons are beasts who seek to devour. Have you ever wondered why those monsters chose to speak the same language as humans?
Spanberger literally did the typical bait and switch rug pull. I mean, it's kind of like, if you couldn't see how she was blatantly lying, especially after she backed the AG that wanted conservatives dead, yeah, you're basically just voting for your own destruction at that point. I don't know why anyone would have voted for her. I never knew this, alright? Somebody posted, the Imagine series truly is a litmus test on judging a book by its cover. I remember going to, like, peruse DS games and seeing these, like, Imagine covers on the right and thinking, oh, that must be, like, a really shitty slop game for people who don't actually like video games to pretend they're a gamer. And it turns out that they're just incredibly fucking localized. They completely changed the box art, I guess, for a Western audience, and it completely turned me off of even attempting to look at the game. That's crazy. And then this person said, the way some anime DS games got localized is kind of crazy because this happened to Princess on Ice, except it's not just the cover art. They changed the entire game's art. They de-animeified the entire thing. Why would you do this? Why? And so they show, like, the original anime artwork here, and then the localized artwork, which everyone is ugly and looks disgusting. And it's like, at this point, it's not even localization. You are just butchering someone else's artistic creation. Why would you be allowed to fucking do this? Did the Japanese developers know that this was happening? I don't think you can ever hate localizers enough. I don't know if I hate localizers or journalists more at this point. Makes sense. If you buy a Japanese game, you'd hate to see anything Japanese in it. Fucking crazy that this was something that was done. Like, if I had seen this box art, I might have been interested in the game. How many games sold like shit because localizers purposefully fucked with the art on the box and in the game, and so nobody wanted to fucking play them? I can only imagine how many games that were probably somewhat decent have floundered because localizers thought that they were better than the people who made the game. Actually crazy. Original creators should sue localizers. They killed any chance of success. If I knew that this happened, like, right, like if I wasn't told that this was happening in real time and I found out later, I would absolutely sue the fuck out of the localizing agency, because that is ridiculous. You've seen so many Nintendo titles that looked like that. It was absurd. Imagine is the same product line that put out the Party Babies game that reviewed better than God Hand. What the fuck? What the hell? Zima Devant, thank you. Look at the publisher. Do we know who the publisher is? I don't know how to find the publisher. This also happened to the sequel, Rockin' Pretty, but only in Europe. In America, they let the characters be anime style again. What? Why? Why would they fucking do that, man? Why would they do that? And look at how low quality the art is. Like, it's not just ugly, but it's like 7 pixels. It's like blurry and shit. The bottom corner of the box art, Kirsche, it's Ubisoft? No fucking way. Oh my god, you're right! Holy shit, it is Ubisoft that fucked. Ubisoft has been fucking up for far longer than any of us thought. What the fuck? That's crazy. Ubisoft strikes again when we least expected it. Holy shit. Those damn French. You hated them enough that time? Oh my god. I was not expecting it to be Ubisoft. That is crazy. Let's go over this heinous bill that some retard who is pretending to be a Republican has put forth. 20 Republicans and 20 Democrats co-sponsored the Dignity Act, the first serious bipartisan immigration bill in decades. What it actually does, this guy is saying, no amnesty, no citizenship, no handouts. A pathway to legal work status for long-term undocumented immigrants who meet strict requirements. That's just amnesty with extra steps, you communist freak. Fully funded by restitution payments from immigrants themselves, requiring zero taxpayer dollars. Mike Waller's own words, this is not amnesty, it's accountability, it's fairness, it is dignity. And here's a little video of the retard herself.
At some point in the future, another legislator will write another law to give them paths to citizenship. Right now, what we need to do is to buy peace for these people, allow them to stay, to continue working. Because
how about we buy peace for the Americans? Send them all home. They cannot stay here.
You see, what I'm trying to do is to bring some common sense, which is the least common of all senses, to this conversation.
No, the common sense is they all must go home. They all must be deported. Get them out. That is the common sense. That is what a large majority of people want and have voted for.
Economy needs them. They do not have a criminal record. They have not gone into trouble. They have been here for a long time. They have roots in the country. Let them stay. Don't give them any type of federal programs. And allow them to pay taxes, help the Social Security Fund, and let them stay and contribute with the economy with no criminal record. What is wrong with that? We need them.
That they do have a criminal record, that they came here illegally. That is the criminal record. They must go home. This thing is dead on arrival, especially in an election cycle year. Trump would never sign it, even if it manages to hit his desk, which it won't. Also, fuck this hoe. Yeah, I don't think this would actually pass right now. However, everyone should pay attention to who has signed on to the bill, because everyone who has signed on to the bill, especially if they're pretending to be a Republican, needs to be fucking primaried. Get them out of their seats. Christian here said, no amnesty. Looks inside. Amnesty! The framing of this bill is a total lie, and every Republican who supports it should be primaried out of office. And there's a screenshot here that says, in general, notwithstanding any other provision of law, the Secretary or the Attorney General shall adjust to the status of an alien lawfully admitted for permanent residence on a conditional basis or without the conditional basis as provided in Section 2104C2. An alien who is inadmissible or deportable from the United States is subject to a grant of deferred enforced departure, has temporary protected status under Section 244 of Immigration and Nationality Act, or is the son or daughter of an alien admitted as a non-immigrant under subparagraph E1, E2, H1B, or L of section bunch of fucking numbers. I don't really care to read the rest of the numbers. Murderer doesn't have a criminal record, except the murder. True and real. We have another one here. Representative Maria Salazar's Dignity Act is actually called the Dignidad Act. The bill sponsoring amnesty for foreigners literally stapling green cards to diplomas is titled in Spanish. And the literally stapling green cards to diplomas is already happening. We've gone over some Lutheran churches that basically have entire graduating classes that they sponsor, and it's pretty fucking ridiculous. Trump signed an executive order declaring English the national language for the US, only for Salazar to turn the bill into an acronym that spells the Spanish word for dignity. Trump shouldn't have had to sign an executive order, and pretty much anyone that tries making the argument that English isn't the language of the United States is somebody who's not worth listening to. And here's another part of the bill where it says, to secure the border and reform immigration laws, be it enacted by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled. Short title, this act may be cited as the dignity for immigrants while guarding our nation to ignite and deliver the American Dream Act of 2025, or as the Dignity Act of 2025. I can think of no worse a humiliation ritual than in our country a foreigner holding a seat of power proposing a bill with a foreign language name. Like, that is just disgusting. Also, deliver the American Dream Act. Why are we delivering the American dream to people who came here illegally and only want to enrich themselves and have nothing but contempt for our country? Why would we deliver the American dream to them? How about we stop making American taxpayers pay for the American dream of other people? What about the American dream for fucking Americans? How about that? How about fucking that, man? Oh, this lost the community note. That's crazy. This post had a community note on it. I wonder how it lost it. Fucking brigading ass idiots. Read the bill before you open your mouth. Calling the Dignity Act amnesty isn't just wrong, it's a deliberate distortion. And it exposes just how little you know about the bill. This is enforcement first, zero tolerance for criminals, permanent border security, and hard-earned requirements to step forward and face the law. So American workers are protected, not undercut. It's literally not. This is where we've gotten to. Politicians are going to bold-faced lie to you more so than before and literally propose the exact opposite of what they're saying they're doing. And they're going to have people who defend them because that's kind of how things are now. You defend things based on feelings instead of what the actual truth is. It's upsetting, man. Amnesty is the chaos you've defended, millions in the shadows, no control, no accountability, and a system that stopped working a long time ago. No shortcuts, no giveaways, no blanket forgiveness. That's the law and order. That's dignity. And she's very wrong. She's just lying to you. Matt Von Swoll said, I did exactly what you asked, and I sat down and read all 261 pages of your bill. It does support mass amnesty, and I'll tell you exactly where. Pages 162 to 170, the DREAM Act. You grant conditional lawful permanent resident status to illegal aliens who have been continually present in the U.S. since January 1st, 2021, entered before age 18, meet education, employment, or military service requirements, and pass criminal background checks. On top of this, in Section 2102 B3B, DACA recipients get fast-tracked to conditional green card status, which is literally mass amnesty. But the bill goes even further. On pages 204 to 217, you present the Dignity Program. This is a separate track for illegal aliens who don't qualify for the DREAM Act. If you are an illegal alien who was continuously present since December 31st, 2020, pay a $1,000 upfront restitution fee, submit biometrics, pass a background check, and have no felony convictions, you get work authorization, travel authorization, and deferred removal for 7 years. After completing the 7-year program and paying $7,000 total in fees, staying employed, obeying laws, paying back taxes, we grant you dignity status, which is essentially a lawful non-immigrant status, which is renewable any number of times, with work and travel authorization. But the most important bit that you're hiding here is that it totally suspends deportation of anyone who qualifies for this. This would effectively end all mass deportations in the United States immediately. You're a liar, you're a fraud, everything you stand for is fake. Did you even read your own bill? Because I just did, and you're a damned liar. Fuck this, fuck their dignity, exactly. Nobody wants this to happen. We need the mass deportations. We need people leaving en masse. We even give them money to self-deport instead of having to get detained by ICE. And what they get for self-deporting is more than they would have to pay here. And then we have another one. I read her bill. She's absolutely right. It's not just amnesty. It's so much worse. Section 2303D prohibits DHS from deporting any illegals who simply apply for her dignity program. 2, Section 1502 opens the floodgates to asylum seekers by decreasing processing times and mandates DHS ensure contact with legal counsel. Free lawyers for illegals, something Massachusetts is already trying to do with your taxpayer money. Section 3202 more than doubles per county immigrant visa caps, more Indian immigration. Section 3112 allows the next Democrat AG to terminate removal proceedings against illegals who are family of U.S. citizens. A cherry on top, Section 1516 mandates student loan forgiveness for immigration lawyers. These are just a few of the examples of the unconscionable nonsense in this treacherous bill. I'm very glad you killed your own bill with your temper tantrum, though. Saved us a headache on the floor. Another one here, Cernovich, showing this amnesty bill that they released today, which they had hoped to smuggle in under cover of an escalating war, reveals the neocon ruse. Use our military like toy soldiers and then destroy the United States from within. Treason cannot be forgiven. And here is a list of co-sponsors of this bill for Maria Elvira Salazar. So we have Veronica Escobar, Democrat, Texas, Michael Lawler, Republican, New York, Adriano Espillat, Democrat, New York, David Valadao, Republican, California, Hillary Scholten, Democrat, I think MI is Missouri, Dan Newhouse, Republican, Washington, Susie Lee, Democrat, Nevada, Mike Kelly, Republican, Pennsylvania, Adam Gray, Democrat, California, Brian Fitzpatrick, Republican, Pennsylvania, Salud Carbajal, Democrat, California, Gabe Evans, Republican, Colorado, Mike Levin, Democrat, California, and Martin Stutzman, Republican, Indiana. MI is Michigan, Missouri is Emma. Thank you. MI is Michigan. Thank you. So that Hillary Scholten is Democrat, Michigan. I'm bad at acronyms, chat. All the Democrat states with rep. This isn't bipartisan by any means. Yeah, any of these people with an R next to their name, they're not Republicans. This is absolutely not something any kind of person to the right of a far leftist would support.
There's a report in City and State today about how your administration removed DEI language from the racial equity report that you released this week. Why was that decision made, and do you support that decision?
So I want to be very clear. Our administration inherited a report that the prior administration had refused to release, a report that had been heavily diluted over many rounds of revisions. We took the time to strengthen this report to ensure that it was actually an accurate reflection of the city that we all love and know as our home, and to actually release this report within the first 100 days. Now, in this report, what we've seen, it's a report that is both coupled with a true cost of living report, is that the inequities in this city, the racial inequities, are stark. We are talking about findings that have shown that the wealth of a median white household in the city is more than $200,000, while that of a black household is less than $20,000. This is not an indictment of any one New Yorker. It is an indictment, however, of policies and politics that have persisted for far too long. Our commitment now is to act upon these findings, to do so in concert with New Yorkers' comments, as we've now opened a public comment period for the next 30 days to ensure that we have a city where we are reckoning with the long history of racism here and starting to act upon a framework that puts equity right at the center of it. Thank you.
Sure, but why remove the DEI language?
We put forward a stronger report that actually reflects the realities New Yorkers.
I don't know why the interviewer is asking so much about the DEI language. All of us here at Foxu News already know why they're dropping the DEI language. Thank you, Bridge, for letting us know years in advance. We already know why they dropped that shit and call it other things to make it more palatable. But like, this is going to be coming to your state. This is happening in New York. There was a socialist elected, I can't remember if it was Washington or Oregon, but we went over her policies as well. Look at Virginia and how they're even trying to get taxpayers to pay for their houses now. Look at Maine, where they're trying to get taxpayers to pay for their security systems. This is going to come to your state unless you get politically active and politically involved right fucking now, if you already haven't been. This is going to be your future. This is going to be your children's future. And especially, like he said, if you are white, your money, your land, your work, your effort is going to be redistributed to other people, and you won't be able to pass it down to your family. If you aren't going to get involved, why? Why would you want this to happen? And it sucks that we have to waste our time getting involved to the point that we need to fix this, because the enemy is so fucking, like, I don't want to say encouraged. What's the word I'm looking for? They're just stolen inheritance, basically. Yeah. They're like incredibly activated and persistent. Yeah. I want to say they're eager, right? They're eager to enact their cultural revolution, right? And it's like you can't win by doing nothing against people that want to win by any means necessary. Man, emboldened. Yeah. I'm bad at wording things sometimes. Thank you, chat. They have a hard on for. It's just like you need to become even half as fervent as these people to protect the way of life you want to have. Final words of a 15-year-old boy who was lured and killed by an illegal alien were, "I just don't want to die." Miles Young, 15, was killed on March 12th in Greene County, Missouri after being lured into a trap by suspects who made him believe he was meeting a girl. Witnesses said Young pleaded, "I just don't want to die," before he was shot. Jeffrey Archega, 18, faces first-degree murder and is held on an ICE detainer. A second suspect, Praise King, that is certainly a name, 18, also faces first-degree murder and armed criminal action charges for participating in the ambush. Prosecutors said Archega and the group tracked Young's location and planned the attack, including taking a second vehicle to corner him. Young reportedly ignored warnings and only realized he was walking into a trap when the vehicles closed in. There's probably a conversation some parents need to be having with their kids about trust.
New disturbing details tonight after prosecutors charged another man in the murder of 15-year-old Miles Young. Greene County prosecutors say on March 12th, a juvenile girl messaged Young, convincing him to meet her for sex, all while the girl and 4 others, including Jeffrey Archega, were planning to set Young up. The girl then picked Young up in a separate car. Court documents say witnesses who knew Young told him not to go with her because she didn't like him and blamed him for the death of another person in a Greene County homicide from 2025. After Young was picked up, him and the girl were on West Maplewood when the other car with Archega and others turned to block the road, and according to witnesses, Young bolted and Archega followed him with a handgun. One witness told police they heard—
I want to know what the parents were thinking when they named that guy Praise. Praise King.
Heard Young on the phone say he didn't want to die before they heard 2 more gunshots. Young was considered a witness in a 2025 Greene County homicide case and was expected to testify.
What?
Investigators wrote in court documents that Archega has gang affiliations and has no remorse for his actions.
So wait, the kid, did I understand that right? The kid that they shot was supposed to testify as a witness? That's crazy. What the hell? How did he witness a murder and then get murdered himself? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? So the gang was killing a murder witness? I fucking guess so. What the hell? Kid witnessed a gang killing, so they catfished him? That is crazy. That is insane, dude. She blamed him for the death because he witnessed it. Bitches be stupid. I hope that girl is getting charged too, man. What the fuck? He was targeted because he was a witness is what it sounds like. Yeah, that's definitely what it sounds like. How about we just death penalty these people? How about that? Right? Like, if it's on camera, especially. An ICE agent was just involved in a shooting in California while pursuing a Salvadoran gang member wanted in his home country for connection to a murder. Pray for our ICE heroes who put their lives on the line every day. A shooting involving ICE agents in Stanislaus County. Helicopters are very noisy. I didn't think about that. I just expected, like, because this had a news banner at the bottom, I expected to hear, like, a news lady talking over it, you know? Am I streaming on Asmon's PC today? Shut up! Man, if only we could be handed those illegals at jails where it's safer for everyone. Imagine if local police actually would help ICE. On the moon live feed, there was an object that went super, super fast and was shiny. Went from Earth to moon distance in seconds. Was it just light? Any illegal affiliated with a gang in or out of our country should be seen as a terrorist or invader that they are. They're combatants and should be dispatched for all you care, right? Why do we suffer the gang members, man? Saren Mathis, thank you. Turn the BGM off for nothing. I fucking guess so. I mean, we're gonna watch the other video which has sound, but this one doesn't. This one does. Sperry Ave and exit Diablo Grande Parkway in Patterson, California. Even a sheriff was killed yesterday for serving an eviction notice. The shooter was ran over by SWAT, hiding in a bush. What the fuck? That sounds crazy. What? Battleizer, thank you. The final sound you hear before you get eaten. Did I force Aspen to come see you since he's off for a week? Jesus Christ! I forgot he's off for a week because of his suspension. Oh, hey, there's sound now. Little engine noises. Damn, that guy's fucking thick. The guy that got run over was actively shooting at the officers. Well, yeah, obviously it's a good thing they didn't let him continue shooting at officers. But it's just like, damn, that's fucking crazy. Guy set up in a bush to shoot at the fucking agents, man. Rub-a-dub, thank you for the 38 months of tier 3, brother man. Thank you, Mr. Duckies. Suspect got ran over by a bear cat. Interesting. And then this one up here, Nick Sotor saying, a video has been released showing a Salvadoran illegal wanted for connection to murder in his home country, attempting to run down ICE agents. The result, ICE agents mag-dumped, opening fire in self-defense. Democrats will defend the violent illegal. Well, I haven't heard anything, but I'm sure the Democrats would still defend the illegal. They actually ran him over with what's called a Bearcat, which is an armored truck. That is kind of wild. That is kind of wild. A ton of his foreign national friends are crying about him not getting due process. Literally, bro, he got all the due process the Constitution gives him. Wait, people are crying about due process for this guy getting shot after trying to fucking run over ICE agents? He did get the due process. It was bullets to his skull. What do you mean? I guess we're on an illegal immigrant kick right now. So we have this video. It's censored so I can play it. Like what? Why are we suffering this to be in our country? Why? The man who brutally murdered an innocent gas station clerk in Fort Myers, Florida, is a Haitian illegal alien caught and released by Biden in 2022. This is a jaw-dropping betrayal. He had temporary protected status. This is why they all must go back before they commit violent crimes, not after. Surveillance footage shows the vicious migrant beating her to death with a hammer after beating up her car. She lost her life mere moments after leaving the store, footage redacted due to how graphic it is. There is no argument that can be made that would make me change my opinion. It must be all of them. It must be now. There must be zero paths to amnesty. None of that. Get them out. Dignity, am I right? It's from Laura Loomer. So usually I wouldn't bring up Laura Loomer as she's probably about as good of a source as a wet towel on the ground. But this is a video of someone. Rep Summer Lee says Abdul El Said will make sure President Trump is brought before the Senate for his impeachment.
Who care and to fix, to build our future with us, like Abdul, who will go to the Senate and say that no, Donald Trump don't need to come to ask us for permission for a war or for a genocide. He needs to come for his impeachment.
And then Loomer posted another video saying Democrat Rep Summer Lee, Muslim Michigan U.S. Senate candidate Abdul El Said, and Hasan Piker caught on camera talking about how they're proud to have been one of the few people who refused to condemn the October 7th Hamas terrorist attacks. On their way to their second campaign stop in Michigan, Democrat Rep Summer Lee, sitting next to Muslim streamer Hasan Piker and Abdul El Sayed, said, "I remember the days of October 7th. There were very few of us taking that stance." During the first stop, Lee declared that Abdul El Sayed will impeach Trump if he's elected to the U.S. Senate. This is so disqualifying. Abdul El Sayed supports Hamas and believes America deserved 9/11. He refused to condemn that statement made by Hasan Piker when he was asked about it today by political reporter Adam Wren.
We go into these places, and this is no excuse. We go into these places, I remember the days after October 7th. It was very few of us who were taking that stance. Like early days, like on October 7th, when we were like, oh, we can think about what will come next, because we've seen what's happened before, and we know it happens when like the president uses dehumanizing language, and even just to try to like steer people away from dehumanizing language. It's 6 of us. 7 out of 535, right? That's not easy. Like, it is choosing to be uncomfortable every single day. And that is our responsibility. It is, right? Don't get me wrong.
I was kind of a wild thing to see. Kind of wild. Hasan looks like he's bored as hell. He's just like, when are we gonna get to McDonald's? He looks like he's upset that he isn't the main speaker in this scenario. I don't know, man. Democrat spokesperson Hasan Piker. I don't like calling him a Democrat spokesperson, and I don't think he should be called that. Because to my knowledge, he doesn't have any sort of like official endorsement from like the Democrat Party. So he should more likely be called like a Democrat, I guess, fucking entertainer, or even like a communist streamer. Like that would make more sense. Democrat spokesperson, I think, is trying to be a little disingenuous. Hasan Piker goes off on a Vietnamese refugee who escaped communism. Shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking idiotic old lady. Suck my dick, old lady. Fuck this South Vietnamese motherfucking psychotic fucking refugee. Asmongold got banned for saying he doesn't care about the opinions of illiterate goat herders. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine to say.
Because as Vietnamese refugee, we have endured suffering under the communist regime, and we believe that...
Okay, fuck you, dude. I mean, seriously, fuck you, old lady. Shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking idiotic old lady with your stupid fucking gamer headset. Who has fucked you harder, America or fucking Ho Chi Minh? Suck my dick, old lady.
Ho Chi Minh? What do you mean?
Damn, dude. Yo, fuck this refugee, okay? Seriously. Fuck this South Vietnamese motherfucking whatever, like Christian supremacist psychotic fucking refugee living in America now and able to talk that shit. Why don't you go back and live in fucking South Vietnam in the same conditions, if that's your perspective?
Because she would probably have gotten killed if she said that under the communist regime. What the fuck is he talking about? Also, what do you mean go back? She's praising America and ditching communism. Like what? Why would she go back to a place she doesn't want to live under? Let's be fucking real for a second here. And also, as I think what he's saying is gross, I think he still should be able to say it, but that also goes for Asmongold. Asmon should not get banned for saying he shouldn't have to hear the opinions of illiterate third world goat hoarders if Hasan can say this and not get banned. They're either both okay or both aren't okay. It's the double standard that people are fucking sick of.
Be careful, be careful. No, I fucking hate these people, dude.
She would have been murdered by the Khmer Rouge if she stayed? Yeah. Yeah, like, that's a weird fucking thing to say. He's mad because Asmon has the week off, but he has to work. Massive Doge, thank you. Jeez, Hasan, calm down. Person who suffered under communism is against communism. Hasan most affected. Ghost of Aces, thank you. Terrorist spokesperson Hasan Piker is 100% the correct term. That would work too. I'd accept that. CNN's Dana Bash saying Hasan Piker is excusing sexual violence by Hamas terrorists. Interesting.
Here's some of what he actually has said about the depravity of the October 7th terror attack, the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. Quote, "It doesn't matter if effing rapes happened on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me. The Palestinian resistance is not perfect." Now, let that sink in. Hasan Piker is excusing sexual violence by Hamas terrorists. He also claims Hamas is, quote, 1,000 times better than Israel. Hamas is a designated terror organization, not just by the U.S., but by the EU, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, just to name a few. And here's what Piker said about the horrors of September 11th, 2001.
America deserved 9/11, dude. F it. I'm saying it. Like, we fucking totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit. We did. We fucking did.
It's really insane to me, again, how Hasan can say these kinds of things, doesn't have to worry about getting banned, almost never has any repercussions or whatever from a couple of people being, calling him out for it. And it's like, if anyone to the right of Hasan said anything even half as crazy as what Hasan says, they would be banned, they would be deplatformed, they would have like mobs of people going after their sponsors. Like, they would be fucking finished. And it's the double standard that people are tired of. Either both things are okay and you don't get banned and Hasan doesn't get banned, or neither are okay and Hasan should also be banned like other people get for saying far less radical things. Look, a token attempt by the legacy media to separate themselves from the stochastic terrorists they helped create. Yeah, even a broken clock is right twice a day. It's kind of funny seeing this come from fucking CNN. Twitch is not enforcing its rules on one of its most popular streamers really ought to mean they endorse his rhetoric. The left did horrible things to the right speech for must less. Yeah, very fucking true. It's just like, there was a tweet recently, and I don't even know what it was, and I forgot to bookmark it, but Dan Clancy was talking with Catliente. Why the fuck is Catliente, serial harasser, serial I'm going to just go around and try and get other creators deplatformed, why is she getting an interview with Dan fucking Clancy? Wait a second. One more Hasan clip. It's again from that RNC research thing calling him a Democrat spokesperson. I think that's an incorrect way to refer to him. But Hasan Piker compares Asian Americans to dogs. Hey, where's that Stop Asian Hate hashtag now, buddy?
Your recent report on Asia and Asian-related news has been horrible. Wait, you think I'm anti-Asian politics because I think the Supreme Court decision... Wait, what are the things that I did that were anti-Asian? Is it Shine? Is it because I said the Sheen factory conditions are actually not in the way that they're representing it when they did that dumbass PR marketing? Is that what you're saying? Dude, I'm sorry. There is nothing more annoying to me than fucking first generation, second generation, third generation Asian motherfuckers who are dogs to white people. You are literally barking for white people. Shut the fuck up. They do not give a fuck about you, dumbass.
What does he mean by that? Dogs to white people? I'm pretty sure there's like a mutual respect, especially like when it comes to like white people and the Japanese. What are we talking about here? What is he? Oh, the Asians are against communism, therefore they must be fucking like Uncle Toms of Asian people to the whites? Like, what are we doing here? What are we fucking talking about? Hasan just hates Europeans. It's really that simple. We must make Istanbul Constantinople again. Crazy how leftists think that minorities can't have their own opinions. I mean, they can't, right? That's pretty much the entire crutch here. If you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black. Not beating the Asian hater allegations, Hasan. Hasan is classified as white? I don't think the Turkish are, actually. And I guess while we're speaking of streamer stuff, Artemis Kane brought up some fucking YouTuber I've never heard of in my life, who's apparently got 231k subscribers. And so my mods gave me the video, and apparently, just like Artemis Kane said, this guy basically schizo posted about me. That's kind of fucking funny. So let's see what kind of schizophrenia we're fucking dealing with here. Apparently it's only a couple of minutes long, so let's fucking go. This thumbnail says doxers, creeps, and Nazis.
Kirsche the style Twitch ban. Up next on our iceberg, we have the
Ooh, he looks very British.
The Kirsche the style Twitch ban. In advance, apologies if I have mispronounced that name. I might have. But
you have, and I'm also told you get literally everything wrong, so this is gonna be fun.
Long story short, this is Kirsche the style.
That's
I'm not
me!
really familiar with their content, so perhaps if we have any fans in the house, they can let me know down below how accurate this is, but from what I found, they're already very controversial. I found a thread on
Ooh, he made the scary noise! Oh, he looked at the Reddit thread that I've proven wrong so many times.
r/VTubers subreddit that accused her of being a bigot, with this post receiving more than 3,000
Isn't this bitch a Nazi?
So it appears as though there's quite a large portion of people that aren't supportive of her or her content. However, her Twitch ban may have been unrelated to this.
It was.
Back in May 2025, it was revealed that she'd been banned from Twitch for a day due to sexual content being included in a previous stream. According to a Sportskeeda article I found, it claimed that the source—
Oh, he read the actual Indian article that also lied about me. Wonderful.
This ban was because she had read out an erotic fanfiction. However, on the thread announcing her ban, people—
That's the reason confirms it's a mass report brigade. Hey, it's fucking Torah. Make me fluffy. These people don't know when to give up. To the nutjobs in the back still pushing this harassment campaign. Stop. This won't end in your favor. You got no justifiable reason to attack this woman. Any slap you land is only going to rally together those who don't stand for, I guess the rest is cut off. But yeah, everyone who watched me knows exactly why I got banned. The person who was a journalist, very heavy quotes because their journalistic integrity is non-existent. A journalist for Vice wrote hit pieces on me. They're a degenerate who wants women in rape camps and put a vibrator in their ass while playing Fall Guys. And they apparently had a lot of erotic fan fiction. And I read a ton of erotic fan fiction on stream when I'm making fun of people. So, you know, this is the only time I've gotten banned for it. It was very obviously a mass reporting campaign. Base Torah knowing that what Kirsche read wasn't the least bit erotic. It wasn't. It was gross. And I even censored some of the words and phrases because I knew it went too far. I was like, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to skip that part because what the fuck? And fucking macaroni in a pot. Someone send him the song.
In the replies were claiming that it was possibly due to a mass reporting campaign and false
Very
flagging.
obviously was.
And to make matters even more complicated, I even found one person alleging that Kirsche had called for the death of a politician at the end of her stream.
He's saying you fucked up. You should have called for the death of a politician. So he's saying I should have done what Hasan does at the end and flashed a nude version of your model, which is what Marina VT did. So he's saying I wouldn't have gotten banned if I followed in the footsteps of Hasan and Marina, who one, called for the death of a politician, and two, flashed a nude version of their model. That's crazy. That's He interpreted that as Azahara saying I did do that. That's wild. It's even worse than I first thought. And me saying, oh wow, I wonder who could be behind this, especially after the AI slop article put out about how I read Anna Vallen's fanfiction. Truly a mystery. The harassers cry out as they strike you. And then Azahara making his joke that I should have done what Hasan and Marina did. The politician must be a male, must be white, old, and a Zionist neocon. Otherwise it's racism. Only if the politician's right-leaning, white, and male. Twitch sees that as problematic only if the backlash reaches levels never seen before. True. And then there's this guy. Kirsche applauded the assassination of politicians before. Yeah, the one, the communist in the 60s. If you mention historical 20-plus years old attempts and dictators, then I want what you're smoking. True and fucking real. I get that's the only time you can fucking bring up that I called for the death of a politician, I guess. But he was already dead, so I'm glowing like a fucking microwave. Imagine doing such little research into someone you're talking about being a 231k subscriber channel. What a disingenuous fuck, dude. Holy shit. This is impressive levels of being wrong. It really is.
And flashed a nude version of her model. So really, this was a contested banning. With that...
No, it wasn't! You just don't have the correct information!
We are roughly halfway down this iceberg, so I'd very quickly like to ask you guys that if you haven't already, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to
Why the fuck would I like a video with disinformation, you cock?
Channel, especially if you want to see more content just like this. If this video gets enough views and likes, then we'll do a part 2 and carry on this iceberg. But if
maybe you should do a part 2 with like accurate information. Like seeing the part about me, I bet you got shit wrong about everyone else in this video, man.
I do continue. I need to know from you guys, what sorts of stories would you like to see me cover in future episodes? Let me know down below in the comment section. If I use your suggestion, I will give you a massive shout out in a future episode. So speak your mind down below in the comment section as we move on to tier 4.
Oh, spooky! Oh, spooky! Is there a Brit YouTuber that isn't a massive cuck? It's just like, at least do the most basic of fucking investigating, man. Like, he just threw me in there as like, I don't know, I guess I'm a name with recognition so people would click on it. You ever click a vid and it's over 50% ad? Chat, if I ever become a British cuck and spend so much time asking you to like and subscribe, please slap me.
Kirsche violence will brutalize your sister. Pussy like macaroni in a pot. Kirsche violence will brutalize your sister. Pussy like macaroni in a pot. Kirsche violence will brutalize your sister. Pussy like macaroni.